Hello students, in the last video we'll discuss about one dimensional array. In this video we are going to discuss about the basic operations on one dimensional array. Traversing. Traversing is the process of visiting each subscript at least once from the beginning element to the last element. That means here we are going to visit each and every element at least once from the beginning to the last. Okay. Example, to find the maximum element of the array, we need to access each element of the array, right? If you want to find a maximum element in the given array. Okay. Algorithm. Traversal of a comma lb comma ub. Here A is array, LB lower bound, UB upper bound. Okay. Step 1, for location LOC, location is equal to LB to UB. Here we have to repeat from LB to UB. Okay. Traversing our process from lower bound to upper bound until we get our maximum element. Then when we found our location, end for the loop, exit. This is a algorithm for finding maximum element in the given array. Inserting an element into an array. Insertion refers to inserting an element into the array. That means if you want to insert any element into the array, we use insertion process. Based on the requirement, new element can be added at the beginning, end, or any given position of the array. That means here we can add any element based on the requirement at the beginning or end or any given position of the array. When an element is to be inserted into a particular position, all the elements from the asked position to the last element should be shifted into higher order position. That means if you want to insert an element into any particular position, then we have to shift the other elements into higher order position. Example, here A of 5 be an array with items 10, 20, 40, 50, 60 stored at consecutive locations. Okay, here we have an array A of 5 with 5 elements 10, 20, 40, 50 and 60. Okay, suppose item 30 has to be inserted at position 2. Then the following procedure is to be applied. Here we have to move number 60 to the position 5 because we want to insert item 30 in the position A of 2, right? So we have to move the number 60 to A of 5, then 50 to A of 4, then 40 to A of 3, then we get our position A of 2. Then here we have to insert our item 30. This is the insertion procedure. So how to insert using algorithm? Okay, here this is the algorithm for insertion method. Insert A comma n comma item comma position. Okay, A is an array with n elements. Item is the element to be inserted in the position POS. Okay, step 1, for I is equal to n minus 1 down to position. That is, here we have to repeat our loop to move the numbers to the higher order position, right? Here we are moving our elements to the next position, right? So here if A of I plus 1 is equal to A of I. That means here we have A of I means 4 here, okay? A of 4. Then A of I plus 1 is equal to A of I means A of 4 plus 1 is equal to A of 4, right? A of 4 plus 1 is equal to A of 4. That means A of 5 is equal to A of 4, right? That's why here A of 5 is equal to A of 4. Then the position A of 4, 60 is shifted to A of 5. Like that, the for loop is repeated. Okay, 60, A of 5 is equal to A of 4. 60 shifted to A of 5. A of 3 is equal to A of 4. 50 shifted to A of 4. Using for loop, the numbers will be shifted to the higher order position. Then the element, our position will be find. A of 2 will be find. Then A of position is equal to item. We will insert our item into the given position, that is A of 2. Okay. Then step 3 is n is equal to n plus 1. That means we have n is 5 numbers, right? A of 5. Then n is equal to 5 here. If we insert an extra element, then it will become n plus 1. That is 6 element. This is step 3. Step 4 is exit. This is the insertion algorithm. Deleting an element into an array. Deletion refers to deleting an element from the array. Okay, if you want to delete any element from the array, we use deletion process. Based on the requirement, element can be deleted at the beginning, end, or any given position of the array. Okay, here also we can delete any element from the array at the beginning, end, or any given position of the array. When an element is to be deleted from a particular position, all the subsequent shifted into lower order position. Okay, that means if we delete an element from the particular position, that position will be empty, right? So we have to shift other elements to the lower order position. See, here is the example for deletion. Let A of 4 be an array with items 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? Stored at consecutive location. Suppose item 30 has to be deleted at the position. Okay, if you want to delete item 30, okay, at the position 2, the following procedure is applied. Copy 30 to item. Here we want to delete the item 30 from the position A of 2. So here we have to copy this 30 to the another location. Name it as item. Okay, first we have to copy that 30 to item. Then A of 2 will be empty here. Here we have to move other number. We have to shift the other numbers to the lower order position. That is, here A of 2 is empty. So we have to shift 40 to A of 2, A of 3 to A of 2. That is, then A of 3 will be empty. Then again we have to shift A of 4 to A of 3. Then we get our required order. Okay. And this is the algorithm for deletion method. Delete A comma n comma item comma position. Here A is an array with n elements. Item is the element to be deleted in the position POS, and it is stored into variable item. Okay. Step 1, item is equal to A of position. First we have to shift our this item 30 to the item, right? We have to copy that 30 to the item. So item is equal to A of position. Step 2, for I is equal to position down to n minus 1. Okay, A of I is equal to A of I plus 1. Here again we have the for loop. For here, if A of I is equal to A of I plus 1, then that is, here we have A of 2, right? A of 2 is our position. A of I is equal to A of I plus 1 means A of 2 is equal to A of 3, right? I plus 1, 2 plus 1. Then we have to shift 3 to 2, right? Then again 4 to 3. Like this, we repeat our for loop until we get our position or our order. Then here step 3 is n is equal to n minus 1 because we are deleted one item from the array. Step 4 is exit. Searching an element in an array. Searching refers to finding the location of the element in a linear array. That means if we want to search any particular item from the given array, we use searching operation. There are different algorithms, but the most common methods are linear search and binary search. Linear search. This is the simplest method in which the element to be searched is compared with each element of the array by 1 from the beginning to end of the array. Okay, that means here we will compare the each element of the array from the beginning to the last element. Okay, the searching process is by comparing the element from the beginning to the end. This is the linear search. Searching is one after the other. That's why we also called as sequential search. Algorithm for linear search. Linear search of a comma n comma element. A is an array with n elements. Element is the being searched in the array. Okay, here A is array, n is number of elements, and element means the element we have to search. Step 1, location is equal to -1. First we have to assume the element does not exist. That's why location is equal to -1. Okay, step 2, for loop I is equal to 0 to n minus 1. Okay, we have to repeat our loop from 0 to n minus 1 elements. If element is equal to A of I, then location is equal to I. Then we have to go to step 3. Okay, if location is greater than or equal to 0, then we have to print found the location. Okay, else not found, element not found. Step 4 is exit. This is the algorithm for linear search. Okay, here we discuss that algorithm using one example. Consider the following elements stored in an array. Okay, and we are searching for the element 17. Okay, here we have an array and searching element is 17. Okay, the trace of the algorithm is given below. Here we have an array A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4. We have an element 12, 23, 9, 17 and 7. This is our array. Okay, here we have to search item 17. Okay, then here I is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. These are the index numbers. Okay, here in linear search we have to compare the given 17 to each element of the array. So here first we have to compare 17 to 12. 17 is equal to 12. Is it match? No. That's why it doesn't match. Location is equal to -1 again. Okay. Because we didn't get our item. So next we will compare 17 with 23. Is 17 is equal to 23? No. Location is equal to -1 again. Then compare 17 is equal to third element 9. 17 is equal to 9? No. Location is equal to -1 again. Then 17 is equal third element 17 is equal to 17. Yes, it's match. That's why A is location is equal to 3, because this the 17 is in A of 3. Our item will be fine. So location is equal to 3. Then print element found in the location 3. Okay, LOC means 3. Exit. This is our linear search. Second is binary search. When the elements of the array are in sorted order, the best method of searching is binary search, because this method compares the element to be searched with the middle element of the array. Okay, binary search means we have to compare the element with the middle element of the array. So here we must have the sorted order. The element array must be in sorted order. If the comparison is searched either at the right of the array or at the left half of the array. Okay, that means here in the binary search we are comparing with the middle element. That's why either at the right half or at the left half of the array. Let the position of first is BEG, that is beginning, and last is END, that is end element of the array. The middle element will be MID, A of mid, can be obtained by find the middle location. MID is equal to beginning plus end divided by 2. Okay, here we have an array with the first element BEG and the last element END, and we will get the MID middle element by beginning plus end by 2. This is the formula for finding the middle element, beginning plus end divided by 2. So if A of middle is equal to element, then search is successful. Okay. Otherwise, a new segment is found as follows. Here we are comparing the element from the middle element, right? So if we find at the beginning A of middle is equal to element, then easily our search is successful. Otherwise, the new segment is as follows. If element is less than A of middle, searching continued left half of the array. This is important. Here see, if A of element is equal to middle element, then first thing search is successful, right? If A of middle is not equal to element, then it is either it is less than middle or greater than middle, right? So if element is less than middle, then searching continue to left half of the array. Okay, that is reset the end element as middle minus 1. Okay, if element is greater than A of middle, then searching continue to right half of the array. Okay, then we have to reset the beginning as middle plus 1. Okay, this is the main concept of binary search. Okay, if element not found, then we got condition beginning is greater than n. This is the last condition if we not get our search element. Okay, algorithm for binary search. Binary search of beginning and BEG END middle element. Here A is an array with n element. BEGEND, beginning, end and middle. Okay, BEG denotes beginning, END denotes end element, and MID denotes middle element of the location in the array. Step 1, set BEG is equal to LB. That means lower bound. We have to set the beginning element to lower bound and end element to the upper bound. Then location is equal to -1. This is our first step in the binary search. Okay. Step 2 is, while BEG is less than or equal to end element, then middle is equal. We have to find the middle element using the formula BEG plus END divided by 2. We get our middle element. Okay. Then we have to compare either middle element is equal to middle, element is less than or equal to middle, or element is greater than or equal to middle. We have to find we have to apply these three conditions in the algorithm. Okay. Here, if element is equal to middle, then location is equal to middle, right? Our search is successful here. So we have to go to step 3. Find print element found in the location LOC. Otherwise, if location is not equal to middle here, okay, if location is not equal to middle here, then we have to apply other condition, that is element is less than middle. Okay, we have to apply second condition, that is element is if element less than middle, end is equal to middle minus 1. Reset our end point, that is middle minus 1. Else beginning is equal to middle plus 1. Okay. This is our second condition. End of if condition. End of the while loop. If location is greater than or equal to 0, then we have to print found our location in LOC, else print element search is unsuccessful. This is the our algorithm for binary search. Okay, the main concept is we have to apply the conditions at the whether our element is equal to middle, or it is less than middle, or greater than middle element. Example for binary search. Consider the following element stored in an array and we are searching for the element 47. Okay, the trace of the element is given below. Here we have an array A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3. This is our given array. Then beginning and end is 0 and 4, right? This is our beginning BEG and this is our end 0 and 4. Okay, we have to find middle element using this formula. MID is equal to BEG plus END divided by 4. Then we get BEG is 0, END is 4. 0 plus 4 divided by 2, that is MID we get 2, right? So we get our middle element, right? That is, this is our middle element A of 2. 39 is our middle element. So here we have to compare 47 is greater than 39, right? So doesn't match our condition. Then set location is equal to -1. 39 is greater than 47, right? 39 is greater than 47. So set location is equal to -1 again. The search element, that is 47, is greater than the element in the middle position, that is 39. Then the continues the search to the right position because it is greater than the middle element. So we have to search in the right portion of the array. Okay. So what is the right portion here? Beginning is equal to 3 and end is equal to 4. Okay. Right portion of the middle element. Then beginning is equal to 3 and end is equal to 4. What is the middle point here? 3 plus 4 divided by 2, right? that is 7 by 2. We get 3.5. But here we have to find the lower value 3.5. So we get middle element is 3. Okay. Here we get middle element as A of 3. First we have to apply the condition here. Element is equal to middle element. So 47 is equal to 47. We find our location at 3. Since the element in the middle portion is the same as the search element, right? So we get our value 3. Since location is greater than 0, output as 47. Find in location 3. Okay. This is the binary search example. Difference between linear search and binary search. Here first point, this can be used in sorted and unsorted order, both in sorted and unsorted order. Binary search can be used only in sorted array because here we have to compare with the middle element. So this is the first difference with linear search and binary search. Second is array elements are accessed sequentially. Okay, one by one. We have to compare the element one by one. Here one must have a direct access to the middle element in the sublist. This is the second difference. Third is access is very slow, access is faster, because in linear search we have to search the element one by one. If we have the element in the last position of the array, then we have to search all the elements until we get our element. So access is very slow. Here access is faster because we are comparing with the middle element, right? So if it is greater than middle, we shift the right portion, right? We will go to the right portion only. If it is less than middle, then we will go to left portion only. Okay, that's why the access is very faster here. And the fourth point is this can be used in a single and multi-dimensional array, both in single dimensional array and multi-dimensional array, but binary search used in only single dimensional array. Fifth is this technique is easy and simple in implementing, and binary search is complex in operation because here we can apply linear search both sorted and unsorted array. If here we have the unsorted array, then we have to sort the array first. Okay, in binary search we have to if we have the unsorted array, we have to apply the sorted process to that array, then we have to apply the binary search. That's why the operation is complex here. This is the fifth difference of the linear search and binary search. These are the differences between linear search and binary search.